Hey, what's up everybody? This is Osterberg501 and today I'm going to go over the massive increase of players that Lost Ark has recently received. And this article was posted on the 29th of December, so within this week. And the title of this article is Lost Ark New Adventurers Increase by 545% and Returning Adventurers Increase by 499%. Now this is a Google translated Korean article, so some of the translations is going to be a little bit weird, but you can understand that Lost Ark has received a massive influx of new players to Lost Ark. And this can kind of seem like deja vu if you saw my last video going over something very similar for Lost Ark that I posted 4 or 5 months ago that talked about Lost Ark getting a massive increase of players and getting a massive 250,000 concurrent player count. And that was actually after their last big update that released one of their new classes, the Sorceress. And this massive increase of players was actually due to another update for their game. So there's starting to be a pattern here where they either release a roadmap or a new update to the game and get a massive amount of new and returning player increases. So Smilegate RPG announced on the 29th of December that the number of new adventurers increased by 545% and the number of returning adventurers by 499%. And this is compared to the previous week on the 26th of December. And this is the first weekend since Lost Ark started the winter large-scale event. And one of the really impressive things about this is that getting such a massive increase to new players is not something that's very common for MMOs. MMOs usually have a difficult time onboarding new players. It's pretty rare that you have events like this in Lost Ark happen, or how Final Fantasy in the past year has gotten a massive amount of new players as well. It's very rare for MMOs to get that. In addition, the number of daily adventurers increased by 135%, the number of monthly net adventurers increased by 116%, and the maximum number of concurrent users recorded was 230,000, which are significant increases in most indicators. And I'm pretty sure that 230,000 is just on their Korean servers, and the game is released in a bunch of other regions besides Korea already, Russia and Japan being 2 of them. And this is before the game is going to be released in the West, which is going to add a ton of additional countries to the list of Lost Ark servers. In addition, some of the servers had queues, and if I'm not mistaken, they even opened up some new servers that also ended up getting queues or being completely filled and you weren't able to create new characters on it just because of this massive influx of new players. And Smilegate RPG will unveil the new continent Rowan with Lost Ark's first Realm versus Realm content, and that will be on the 29th of December, so a few days ago. And in January, a new class called the Painter will also be released. And they have said that they plan on accelerating this current trend of them getting massive increases of players by consistently releasing large content updates. And this update that caused this massive influx of new players was also right after their Loa On winter event, and their Loa On events are kind of like their BlizzCon, but I think they do them every 6 months if I'm not mistaken, so kind of like a Lost Ark specific BlizzCon that's done on a more frequent basis. And that was on the 18th, and then just a little bit after the Loa On event was that update that we talked about that then caused another massive influx of players. And that's very similar to the last video I went over, going over their last influx of players. It was a Loa On event, a very well received update, and a massive influx of players. And the fact that this is happening time and time again with this game shows that the developers of Lost Ark are giving the community the updates that they want. And I might also do a video on this Loa On event because this was the first Loa On event that was translated to English as well. And there's a lot of interesting information on how they're going about updating Lost Ark, updates in the future. Pretty much every Loa On has a big roadmap of stuff that will be coming in the future and talking about the general direction they're taking Lost Ark. And from what I've seen, a lot of this is very interesting and shows a very bright future for Lost Ark. But that's pretty much all I want to go go over with this information. It seems that the game is in the healthiest state it's ever been in, and that bodes very, very well for the Western release because we're getting the game in just a little over a month from now, and it's currently in the best state it's ever been in for the other regions. So we could expect it to be in a very good place once us in the West are able to play it. But that's pretty much all I want to go over. So subscribe if you want to see more Lost Ark or other videos. Leave a like if you liked the video. Leave a comment down below what you guys think about this new information and player increases for Lost Ark. And thanks for watching.